Before we go any further, I need to explain myself. My orange belt Anthony told me that pants were illegal here. But I noticed no one is wearing this. Okay, all right. Let's go ahead and bow in. Attention! Salute! Us! Todd, get this thing off. All right. Thank you for being here. I am Master Ken, creator of an 11th degree black belt in the most dangerous martial art in the world, Ameridote. I have studied at over 3 dozen martial arts facilities. In the past 17 years, not one of them has been able to contain me. Now I'm here today with some good news and some bad news. I'll give you the bad news first. I hate to be the one to tell you this. But everything that you have studied up until this point is complete bullshit. Name a martial art. Karate. Bullshit. You, name a martial art. Krav Maga. Bullshit. They don't even use belts. They trade patches like a bunch of Girl Scouts. You, sir, name a martial art. Karate. Again, bullshit. Name another one. What other bullshit systems we got? Kickboxing. Kickboxing. Bullshit. Kempo. Bunch of bullshit. Always slapping themselves. Bunch of slappers. For every time they hit their opponent, they hit themselves 3 times. Which is great, because if you fight a Kempo black belt long enough, eventually he'll kick his own ass. Aikido. Another bunch of bullshit. They spend all their time teaching each other how to fall gracefully to the floor. In Ameridote, we don't want our attackers to fall gracefully onto anything. Which is why in Ameridote, we don't teach people to fall onto things. We teach people to throw other people off of things. Escalators, cruise ships, the trampoline store, mainly because of the irony. Because if you throw them inside the trampoline store, they would just bounce to safety. But if you go up on the roof and you throw them on, you got it. MMA. Bunch of grown men in their underwear rolling around on the ground. And they wear gloves. Last I checked, street fighters don't wear gloves. You know who does? Lunch ladies. I'll bet they touch fewer wieners. Thanks to my YouTube show, Into the Dojo, I've managed to help approximately billions of people across all 8 continents. Which is why Ameridote has been spreading throughout the world faster than a staph infection at a jiu-jitsu tournament. I do want to thank Jamie, our host, for having me here today. Let's give him a round of applause. It takes a lot of courage for a man as experienced and respected as he is to admit that what he's teaching just isn't working. Bullshit. Right. But I have to admit, I wondered why it took so long. This is my first trip to Scotland. I've been online for over 2 years. I was thinking, why did he wait so long? What was he afraid of? Then the answer to that question hit me faster than Jean-Claude Van Damme going through an 8-ball of cocaine. The truth of that answer hit me harder than Steven Seagal hitting an all-you-can-eat buffet. The truth is this. Once people witness Ameridote, they tend to board up their dojos, turn away their students, burn their black belts, and dedicate their lives to studying under me, which is what he didn't want to have happen. But that's why Ameridote is making more waves than Steven Seagal sitting on a Russian prostitute's waterbed. True. Why is Ameridote so popular? It's probably because Ameridote is not an art. Ameridote is a science, the science of street fighting. I like to think of my dojo as a laboratory of violence, which makes me a professor of pain. with a master's degree in mutilation and a doctorate in destruction. I also have an associate's degree in massage therapy. I got it from the Rutherford University of Baltimore Massage Education, also known as Rub Me. If you're interested in getting certified, it's an online course. Just go to rubme.edu. Don't go to rubme.com. It's a completely different website. All right, well, I want to get us training in Ameridote. I'm going to try to cover some classic techniques that you're very familiar with and introduce you to some new concepts today. But before I do that, we need to do some untraining first. Okay? Anybody here have a computer? Just you. I figured they might not have made it over here yet. What do you do when your computer gets full of information? So full that you can't put anything more on it.
Clear it.
You
Delete it.
delete, that's the word I was looking for. Try to keep your answers in English, because I can't. I tried to study the language over and at the pub last night, and I don't remember any of it. You delete it, right? You delete, you got to free up room. Right now, your brains are hard drives that are full of bullshit. We got to delete some of that bullshit. Make some room for Ameridote, okay? You look very experienced, sir. Come on out. What's your name?
Simon.
Simon, how are you? All right. Go ahead and face the crowd here. Show me a basic move in your bullshit system. All right. Now show it backwards. All right, good. We're all going to do that silly, silly move backwards, okay? Delete that from our brains, okay? Go ahead and space out. Simon's going to show, he's going to count with us. He's going to run us through it, okay? So I'll go ahead and other side there. Let's all do it together. All right. So we're going to do the move backwards. So we're in this position here, something like that, okay? Good. All right, go ahead and count for us. Count from 10 back to 1 and count backwards.
Okay. 10.
No, backwards. Start again.
8.
No. Here, it's okay. You're new. It's all right. Here we go. Net. Enid. Thief. Count with me. Nevis. Sis. Even. Rule. Idiot. Out. Ido. Us. Very good, son. Very good. You, young lady. Short hair. Come on out. This will be painless, I swear. What's your name? Lisa. All right, Lisa, show us a move from your system. All right, now do it backwards. Good, that's what we're doing, okay? Starting here. Here we go. Counting backwards. Ready? Net. In. I gotta hear everybody. Feed. Learning to count backwards is part of Ameridote. Nevis. Sis. Ine. Rule. Here. Out. Io. Us. Very good. One more. Somebody advanced. The two guys who were looking at each other. Come on out, both of you. Come on out. Let's do a twosome. We've never done that. Yeah, I experimented when I was a white belt. All right, gentlemen, show us a move. Good. Now show it backwards. I don't know if they know what backwards is. Here. Go ahead. So we'll go from here. Okay? Ready? You guys know how to count backwards yet? Let's hear it. Ready? Go. Project. Use your chi. Such a gentle voice. It's comforting just to hear the sound. It's like a purring kitten. Lost count. Help them out. Give out all this next one, Eno, and everybody. Ready? Eno. There we go. That's some energy. Good. Thank you. All right. I want to talk a little bit. I want to show you, it's tough to fit in the amount of time we have, all the versatility that Ameridote has to offer. I'm going to be rushing through a lot of techniques. Some will be short ones that are just too dangerous for you all to participate in. Some of them will be things we can do together. For instance, okay, Ameridote plays to the strengths you already have in your body. It plays to things that you already do every day. Okay, anyone know what a flinch is? That's a flinch, okay? Now, martial arts spend a lot of time training that reaction out of the body so that you don't flinch in a stressful situation. Ameridote keeps the flinch, but we weaponize it, okay? For instance, Todd is standing in front of me, he makes me flinch. Flinch becomes a weapon, okay? Space out a little bit. I want to see your flinch, okay? I flinch like that. If something startles me, that's my flinch, okay? I want to see your flinch, okay? Let's demonstrate a couple. You, sir, come on up. All right. Well, face your peers here. Show me your flinch. It's a very deliberate flinch. Show it again. All right. What's your name? Charlie. Charlie. Let's do Charlie's flinch. Ready? Flinch. Make sure you get that involuntary energy, okay? That's sort of the cat just knocked something over in the kitchen sort of energy. Ready? Flinch. Good. Get your whole body into it. Flinch. Good. Flinch. Good. Flinch. Good. Flinch. Good. Flinch. Excellent. Thank you, Charlie. You, sir. You ever flinched before? Yeah? I bet you have. You show me your flinch? Starstruck. Get it along. You, sir, with the glasses. Come on up. Let's see what kind of flinch you got. Ready? Flinch! Flinch! Good. What's your name? Colin. Let's do Colin's flinch. Ready? Flinch! Flinch! Remember, your whole body goes into it. Flinch! Flinch! Excellent. Thank you, Colin. Another thing with the versatility. Ameridote takes weapons that you're all familiar with, things that you've used in your various styles. We're going to do some drills with some of those in just a second. But it also recontextualizes things. It takes moves that you've seen and uses them in situations maybe you haven't seen. The headbutt. I see the headbutt wasted all the time, okay? Generally, whenever anybody headbutts, I see them only using it in this region here, okay? Only making contact in this area, okay? Why not use the whole body? Why not attack other parts of the body? Todd throws a punch, okay? Headbutt the knuckles. Why not? See if you can break that, okay? If If he goes for a tiger claw, jam those fingers with my forehead, right? Maybe destabilize him, okay? Going to the knee, headbutting the knee, trapping the foot, okay? Headbutting the foot. Make sure actually when you do that you counterbalance. You want to make sure you counterbalance. Okay? Here, headbutting, okay? Take him down with an ankle pick. Moving to side control. Pinning his arms so he can't defend himself. Headbutt. Okay? You can finish a fight that way. Okay? Remember that. Anyone want to try? You miss. Come on over. I want you to get in position and just headbutt him right there. Okay? Ready? Headbutt. Harder. He can take it. Headbutt. Good. A little harder. Headbutt. Yeah, there we go. Puss. Good job. All right. Now, what parts of your body do you normally use in a fight other than the one we just used? Anyone? Hands. Your feet. Okay? What's also common in a street fight, you may break your hand. You may break your foot. That's why I developed a technique that utilizes over 17 different muscle groups that you can use to defend yourself. That's your hips. It's a little move I like to call the thrust of freedom. Okay? Now, there are 4 major directions in the thrust of freedom. You can thrust left. You can thrust right. You can thrust back. You can thrust front. Okay? So much, sometimes you put so much thrust, you got to worry about your balance. Everyone space out. Try this with me, okay? All right, thrust left. Thrust right, thrust back, thrust front. Make sure you're not too close to the person in front of you. Don't surprise anybody. Thrust left, thrust right, thrust back, thrust front. Left, right, back, 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 front. Very good. The next step when you do this is to practice making contact with the thrust of freedom. This is something you can do on your own or with a friend. What I would do is have them hold the pad, okay? Get a secure position, line up your hips, just practice a little thrust. Okay? Thrust. You can even double up. Thrust, thrust. Okay? Drop another pad. As you practice this, may I use you, sir? Eventually you'll be able to take on 2 at a time. Okay? Attacker in front of you. Attacker in back of you. Thrust. Thrust. Okay? Sometimes you can get some air on it. Use your whole body. Okay? Thrust. 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 Okay? And what I want to do, we're going to have these gentlemen hold pads for you. You're going to practice your thrust. Okay? It's going to look like this. You're going to come up. You're going to do left, right, back, forth. Okay? Don't be shy to put your hands on their shoulders for balance. You don't mind that, do you? Just so you don't hurt yourselves, okay? Let's have one more pad holder. Simon, would you help us? Everyone line up on a pad. Here we go. Okay, let's put the line on here too. Oh, there we go. We'll all do it together. Do each one together. We'll do it all together. Here we go. Ready? Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Good. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Good. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Good. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Good. For some reason, the front thrust is always the best one. Always seems like there's the most. Yeah. Here we go. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. See how eager he was to get that? I can relate. I like the front thrust as well. Let's see it. Front thrust. There we go. Got some air on. A little advance to your left. Left. Right. Back. Front. Make sure there's a lot of freedom in your thrust. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust left. Some of you have done this before, I can tell. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. All right. Here we go. Thrust left. Thrust back. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Good. Thrust left. That's pretty casual. Here's what I just saw. You're not going to take out anybody doing that, okay? Pretend Simon here is a 250-pound psychopathic prison escapee. Okay? Ready? Thrust left. Are you friends with a lot of escapees? Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Good. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Home stretch here. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Good. Just want to make sure everyone experiences the thrust. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Left the most powerful thrust for last. He is really eager. You can see his smile. Thrust left. Thrust right. Thrust back. Thrust front. Thank you. Now the next question I usually get is, Master Ken, in what situation would I apply that? Let's work on a scenario right now. Let's say Todd here reaches up to choke me, okay? Reaching up. Crossing, okay? I'm going to strike some nerves in the biceps here with my knuckles. Go ahead and jump. Here. Here. Right there, okay? Moving into position. Lining up my front thrust. Thrust. Okay? Once he's down to a knee, grabbing here. Thrust. Right? That's the situation. Come on up. One more time. Okay? So, choke, going in here, striking the nerves, grabbing, positioning, front thrust. Okay? Grabbing, front thrust. Okay? Partner up. We'll come around and instruct you. Okay? Make sure it's someone you feel comfortable thrusting. We have the whole room. Make sure you have enough room. Question that is always followed up with is, Master Ken, that's a devastating attack if you're standing up, but what if I'm fighting on the ground? Here's your answer right here. Stop. Most people would say, well, you don't really have enough room to cock your thrust properly. Okay? All it requires is me changing positions. I just have to move my hands and my hips. I can move into a devastating position. And thrust him into oblivion. Okay? Trust me, you do this to a jiu-jitsu fighter, they will never see it coming. Dropping here, dropping here. In fact, there's also a move called the seesaw that incorporates the headbutt that I just showed you. Down, and then up. Down, 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 down. You may have to pull off the seesaw. Some people never recover. Now, you eager to practice that? Right away, just like lay down, lay down. Now, because this technique is new to some of you, I noticed that some of you are having a little bit of difficulty with balance. Some of you are releasing the thrust too soon. Which is why I created the Thrust of Freedom Kata, which I'm going to teach you right now. You will leave here knowing the Thrust of Freedom Kata, so that you can practice this, again, at home, alone, or with a friend. It'll teach you balance, precision, being able to do stance changes, things of that nature, okay? So everyone make sure they got enough room. We're going to do the Thrust of Freedom Kata again. Start with the hands on the hips for balance here, okay? Focusing only on the hips. First move, C-step, okay, on the 45. Front thrust with a key up. Okay, now we go to the opposite 45, C-step. Front thrust, key up, key up. Okay, do that when we get, okay? I'm going to say front, I'm going to say C-step, front thrust. When I say front thrust, you all thrust and key up, okay? C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Front thrust. Good. Now we're going to C-step on the even angle, okay, facing here. Next, we're going to do what's called a pull drag thrust. Stay in that position. I'm going to show you the way this works. Pull drag thrust is when you use your entire body and you thrust frontward so hard you lift your feet up off the ground and slide forward. Looks like this. You're doing 2 of those. Okay, from there, ready? Pull drag thrust. Pull drag thrust. Good. Back to the beginning. C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Pull drag thrust. Pull drag thrust. Good. Stay there. This part of the kata teaches you how to do a combination. Okay? There's a front thrust, tripled up. Looks like this. Thrust, thrust, thrust. Okay? Notice the angle, okay? I'm not just going forward, but slightly upward, okay? Thrust, thrust, thrust. Okay? Let's add that. Here we go. C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Pull drag thrust. Pull drag thrust. Thrust, thrust, thrust. Very good. One more note on the combination. Notice what I am not doing. I am not doing a backward thrust and then a forward thrust. I am thrusting, going back to the center, thrusting, going back to the center. Front center, front center, front center. Okay? Front center, front center, front center. That's what I want to see. Okay? Back to 1. C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Pull drag thrust. Pull drag thrust. Thrust, thrust, thrust. Very good. Now, watch me before you mimic this. You're going to need a little bit of room, okay? At this point, we have front thrusted this person so much time he's fallen down right in front of us. We're going to finish him off. Sitting back, okay? It's going to be a back thrust combination. Backwards, backwards, backwards. Okay? Hitting his head into the ground. Okay? Looks like this. Backwards, backwards, backwards. Okay? Go ahead and sit down carefully. Ready. I'm going to say back thrust 3 times, and I'm going to hear 3 key eyes and 3 butts hitting the floor. Ready? Back thrust 3 times. Good. Stay where you are. Next move. These are switching places. It's going to be front thrust 3 times. Here, here, here. Go. All right, let's coordinate our thrusts here. Here we go. Ready? Hold the position. Ready. Front thrust 3 times. Good. Back to the feet. The closing for the kata looks like this. It's called a close quarter thrust. Looks like this. Okay? So when I say close quarter thrust, you key out. Close quarter thrust. Again, close quarter thrust. Good. Just one of those. Okay, back to 1. Here we go. We're going to do the whole kata. C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Front thrust. C-step. Pull drag thrust. Pull drag thrust. Thrust, thrust, thrust. Sitting back. Back thrust 3 times. Flipping over. Front thrust 3 times. Back to the feet. just to make sure. Ready? C-step. Front cross. C-step. Front cross. C-step. Full drag cross. Full drag cross. Cross, cross, cross. Sitting back. Back cross 3 times. Flipping over. Front cross 3 times. Back to the feet. Post quarter cross. Oh, very good. Excellent job. Just work that on your own. You'll be thrusting like a black belt in no time. Oh yeah. Jamie, you said you had some knives, right? Oh, look at these. Yeah, great. I try to give a little bit of legal advice at all of these because Ameridote is pretty much the most dangerous martial art in the world, but with that comes a lot of responsibility. Let's go ahead and switch sides. A lot of schools teach various ways to defend a knife poke, and if we can get into the specifics of that. But what I'm mostly worried about is what's going to happen legally after you win the fight. What most schools teach, he pokes at me, okay, I come here, perhaps do some sort of block, take the knife away, cut, stab, cut here, slicing, stabbing, cutting up again, pulling in the mouth, whatever. And then they never really say what to do with this. So we have a student who's just defended himself by stabbing this gentleman 15, 16 times and walking with a bloody murder weapon home, okay? I don't want you to go to jail for learning Ameridote, so what I teach is that legally, if you keep the weapon in his hand, legally this is his responsibility, okay? If he cuts himself, it's his fault. I also think you should add a verbal component. I do teach that, okay? Someone stabs at you with a knife, you gain control of the hand, you say, "Why are you stabbing yourself?" "No, Todd, don't castrate you. Why are you writing my name into your stomach?" Right? The other thing is if anybody witnesses him actually cutting his own neck, in America, suicide is a felony. Which means that after the police arrive and take his body away, he'll be arrested. And his prints are all over the neighborhood. Okay? Important to remember that, okay? For knife techniques. Let's, do we have, let's see, let's have somebody try it. Who hasn't been up here? You, sir. Come on up. And you, gentlemen. With the fish, is that a fish on your arm? A dragon. Is that a dragon? A dragon fish. That was right full time. All right. So, attacker comes at you. You're going to control the hand, okay? Controlling the hand, bending the wrist, okay? What's his name? What's your attacker's name? Exactly. That's what I want to hear. Say it louder so lots of witnesses can hear it. It's important that witnesses hear this. Very good. Now pick another attack. What's another way you can attack him with his own knife?
No way, keep that.
Very good. That's the way you do that. Good. Oh yeah. Let's jump into okay. All right. Let's do something really quick. I'm going to point at each one of you. You're going to name an animal. Okay. Don't think about it. Just say what's on your mind. Go.
Go.
Mine.
Snake.
Crocodile.
Dog.
Alligator. Deer. Hamster. Sheep. Lion. Bear. Sloth.
Good. Jamie, what's yours?
Giraffe.
Giraffe. Good. Congratulations, you have all just chosen your spirit animals. For years and years, martial artists have been mimicking the behavior of animals in nature in order to harness, for instance, the upper body strength of the silverback gorilla, or the speed and agility of the king cobra, or the explosive flatulence of the common German dairy cat. Right? Let's say Todd were to harness the cobra, and I were to harness the gorilla. What would that fight look like? Look at the power. See? Look at the power there. So we're going to grab some targets. We're going to see how you would attack using your spirit animal. Go ahead and put them on the floor. Somebody have a smoke. You missed. What was yours? Good. You're going to face the audience here. You're going to show us how your animal would attack its prey. Okay? Best one wins a prize. Ready? Set. Well, let's make sure we know what the animals are. You're a sloth, frog, and a panda. He was really proud of that choice until he found out. Now he regrets his decision. It's too late. Ready, set, attack! Show of hands for the best animal. Sloth, frog, panda. All right, 3 more. Let's see. The young lady who just ducked as soon as I looked over here. Come on, okay? Natalie, come on up. What's your animal? A cat, okay. Somebody had a giraffe. Jamie had a giraffe. Come on.
You had a whale.
You, sir, what was yours?
Blue.
All right. We have a bill. A bull. Right? A bull. We got a bull. We got a giraffe. And we got a Kit Kat. Okay? Let's see who attacks the best. Remember, winner gets a prize. Ready. Set. Attack! All right, show of hands. The kitty cat. The bill. The giraffe. Yes. All right, good job. One more. I want to see one more of these demonstrated. You missed. What was your animal? A donkey. Come on out. You, sir. A lion. Come on up. Colin, over here. What? A turtle. Turtle. Donkey. Lion. Ready. Set. Attack! That was the fastest turn. Show of hands. Lion. Turtle. Donkey. Lion has it. Good job. Now, one of the other things I like to show people about Ameridote is the versatility when it comes to weapons. A lot of the weapons that we like to be carrying are illegal. So we have to find ways to use ordinary, everyday objects as weapons themselves. So I tend to do a little bit of self-defense scenario, grabbing things from just within the room that can be used as weapons. Can I borrow this? Okay? What if someone's carrying a giant purse? Okay? Done. Striking just the purse itself is big enough and heavy enough to knock someone out, right? I could find a way to perhaps put this over his head, okay? Blind him. I can't get it up. Right. He throws a punch. You could catch the punch here, okay? Trapping his punch, swinging him in the groin, right? Things like that. But what if we get into the purse? Lots of paper. There's lots of paper. Here, we can use that, okay? Paper cut. Okay, go up to the cornea. You slice, okay? You can snap with paper. If someone's attacking you, you can just get them, can you just hang on one second? And just fold this, okay? Distracting him. Distracting him. Here, snapping the nipple, okay? That can work. What if you have a bigger attack? Jamie, can you? An umbrella. Okay, this is great. Actually, that's bad luck to open inside. Oh, here you go. What about your average everyday back massage? This is a great example. Oh, listen to that. You hear that? Normally this is used for healing. This is used to make people feel good. I've used back massagers if I have pain, neck pain, okay? Sciatic. Got a little sciatic nerve pain down the back of the leg. Here. Feels good now. Okay? But in the hands of an Ameridote specialist, it becomes a weapon. This is good because it's rigid, okay? I can get a good grip on it. It's got a hard tip. I can use it to penetrate. Penetrate the solar plexus. Okay? Penetrate the groin. Keeps turning on. We'll leave it on, it's fine. If I can get behind him. All kinds of targets. All kinds of targets available. Okay? One thing I would tend to do, my instinct with this, would be, Jamie's a big man, he's taller than me, maybe difficult to reach up to higher targets, okay? I may try to get behind him, take him to a knee with a side kick here. There's a nerve you can push on the jaw that will force him to open his mouth. Okay? At that point you can obstruct the airway. You just jam it in there. Now, as a special note, for some reason, some people can take this easier than others. What I would do at that point is just leave it there. Okay? He's stuck with the weapon. Thank you. Any of you who don't have this in your purse, you should get one. Thank you, miss, very much. Thank you for having that in your purse. That is all the material we have time to cover today. I appreciate you having me here. Thank you for, if you haven't watched the show, thanks for watching it. Enter the dojo. The main thing that I want you to take away from this is that how much you've all improved. I can see that just in this hour, you've all improved in speed, power, balance, and form, okay? And I can see that you're already beginning to trust one another, okay? Trust is the second most important aspect of Ameridote. The most important element, Todd, protect your face, is the element of surprise. Somebody raises their hands up in front of you in the street, you drop them like a bad habit using Ameridote, okay? I'll be happy to take pictures with you for Facebook and Twitter, etc. Follow Master Ken on Facebook and Twitter. We got t-shirts. I will happily demote anybody today. We have white belt certificates. I will strip you of your current rank if you would like. Thank you again for having me here. Let's go ahead and bow out. Attention! Salute! Yes. Thank you very much.
Can we get a group photo?
Yeah, we should do a group photo. That'd be great.
David, which one?
Yeah, great. Let's do a group photo back here. All right. Good job, everybody. Good job.